Welcome to the Hey You Know What. No intro is needed for this one. The Endeavour guide. Straight to the point. No bullshit. Just raw facts. It's said that Endeavour players are some of the coolest and chillest guys you'll ever meet, along with the fact that they give no fucks and have the penis size of Leonidas. Let's fucking go. Endeavour is part of the strike class, offering an additional damage buff to your team. Now let's look into his absolute fucking cheese. His alpha is a molten beam that shits out damage insanely fast and expands on levels 4 and 9. Using aim assist, especially with this ability, makes it 100 times accurate and is the reason why you can never miss when using this shit. Each full beam does around 100 to 150 damage around, along with the insanely fast reloads make it really easy to fuck around with. You'd normally use this ability in any scenario, as it's his main source of damage, along with the new reload speeds it's gained. Rest in peace to those extra bullets, because Endeavour's already easy as fuck, but back then he was even the definition of playing the game with one hand, and jerking your cock with the other. Now his beta is an ability that sort of takes skill, but also doesn't, since it acts like a fucking Hiroshima bomb. It's a huge javelin arrow that is a contender for one of the furthest ranged attacks in the game. If landed on someone, it hits them for around 80, and follows up with an explosion that does over 70 damage. All this damage combined is simply over 150 damage with a simple arrow to the foreskin. At this point, why sweat your balls off trying to accomplish combos that do barely 150 damage, when you could just sign up and be an Endeavour player? I absolutely fucking love it though. At level 4 and 9, you gain extra arrows, but more importantly their size is increased to become more brain dead. At some points it also takes no skill, but for longer ranges it's important to predict where your opponent will be at that point of time, then fire with precision. Even if it doesn't hit, the explosion could easily steal 100 damage away from them. Using this spear is a great get off me button, and can be used as finishers or openers to a fight, or when someone is exposed with no way to dodge it. The reload speeds are rapidly fast, allowing you to be quite flexible with their bullshit. His gamma, or simply the final goon, used to be an ability mocked at and was a contender for one of the worst abilities in the entire fucking game. But I guess the janitor working for the My Hero headquarters decided to make this absolutely fucking broken for a week, that it had to get nerfed. I'd never believed that one day Prominence Burn would actually get nerfed, but here we are. It's simply a laser cannon that can shoot through walls and holds a decently long range, but can only hit someone for around 100 damage max, but the time limit of the burn can last longer than that. The best usage for this ability is when you'd want to surprise opponents through cover, or when opponents are attempting to pussy away, which can allow the small little health they have left to crumble. It's also a great ability for finishing downed opponents, as the leftover damage can be used due to downed opponents having no knockback resistance, pretty much making this an insta-kill. The cooldown however is very long, taking about 17 seconds, but for some reason the database stats are fucked up, so I'll just slap 17 secs on it all. Last but not least, his special action has two main functions. The first is just leaping really high into the air, which can be controlled by your movement once it's activated, or he can temporarily fly above the ground with either sprinting or pressing the jump button again. Maintaining the amount of flight power you have is important, and using the glide is often recommended, due to how little it consumes and how flexible you can use it to your advantage. Using the leap can help in a pinch when you need to boost up to a building, or when you need to simply pussy out of a fight by landing somewhere else. Using the dash can also help whenever you need to escape, but it's best suited when you have to chase others around. In terms of smooth brain capabilities, Endeavour is one of the easiest and funnest characters in the entire fucking game, and I love every part of him. His really high DPS and solid mobility is all that needs to be said about him, to be honest. The only real disadvantages about him is that his mobility is quite slow without using his flight, and his health is also quite low along with his big seductive physique, making his health pool and defense more fragile than you may think. Honestly, if you're playing Endeavour you already know what you've signed up for, so there really isn't much tips to offer, since he's already got that smooth brain level of gameplay. When leveling up his abilities, I'd normally level up his alpha up to 4, then his beta to level 4, switch back to the alpha up to level 9, then level up his beta, then finally the prominence burn. For cards, I'd pick up speed cards and reloads, as they help speed up his beam damage and allow his alphas to regenerate much faster. With the matchups, he can honestly perform well against literally anyone. His advantages are characters that have minimal knockback, and struggle against landing hits onto cunts from a far range. Most twats are in the average or higher, due to his quick DPS and versatile movement. However, the speedsters and higher DPS characters can pack a punch against Endeavour. The disadvantages are all might for the fucking damage he also shits out, and Rapid Bakugo can possibly be a threat with how much he can fly about. Thankfully most Rapid Bakugos never hit their shots, but if they do then it's actually a problem. Thanks to this guide, you may now happily play this fucking game with no stress, and become the real MVP in life. Thanks for watching.